What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. Fall is here unfortunately, but it doesn't mean car season's over. So get the JZX washed, get it prepped, load it up so we can head to Jimmy's tomorrow morning to freaking dyno tune this thing. I truthfully never thought I would see this day come. Just super excited, finally have this car on the road and very fortunate to have friends like Jim who have a dyno and know how to tune because I don't have either of those skills or tools. As you guys can see, this car is extremely neglected and dirty. The only way to fix that is to wash it. Since it's been sitting up top on the lift for over a year, it's just a bunch of shit on the car. I'm really nervous about scratching it though, so the first thing we're gonna do is let it soak with foam and then rinse it, and probably do that a few times before we even put a mitt on the car because there is a lot of metal shavings on this, and the last thing I wanna do is ruin the pretty nice paint. Let's get this thing pulled downstairs. Get it hosed off. Since I'm back on the grind, that means merch is back on the grind too, and I am so freaking excited about this. It has to be one of my favorite accessories we've done yet. I'll put some photos up right here. I get mine tomorrow, but you can get yours right now if you go to 144racing.com. We have a limited amount in stock. We did a small exclusive batch, but that doesn't mean you can't get one. So hop down below. They're awesome 5-panels. They're my favorite hats, and they're fully stitched, which is even cooler. Shout out to Nate and the whole team at 144 for always taking care of me. They're gonna be doing all the fulfillment, all of the customer service for me, since you guys know I don't even have time to get a haircut. All right, let's get back to the video. Go grab a hat. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Do it. Do it.
It feels so crazy to drive this car. Driving it down to my house to wash it. It's freaking sick though. All right, time to get this old girl cleaned up. Also, if you see Kai in the background, she's here helping me film some reels and help film this YouTube video for her own portfolio. So Jordy ran to go grab an exhaust in Pennsylvania, so he dumped her off and he'll be back in a little bit. But it's always nice having an extra hand here. As you guys know, I do all this myself, so let's get to washing. I think by now it should go without explaining, but we are only using G-Technic products here to wash this dirty old girl, but using some W4 citrus foam, some tar and glue remover, since a lot of metallic on the car, so I think it's probably a good idea to spray it with a good kill, get rid of all the contaminants on the paint. All right, so we'll let this sit for a little while, kind of try to pull, oh, you can see it going right now. Try to let it pull all the contaminants off the top of the paint. This thing looks like a different car. It's pretty unbelievable how disgusting it was. This color actually hides the dirt really well. Good for me, I don't have to wash it all the time. Let's get some beauty shots, and then we have some vacuum lines to do. Pressure test the coolant system, make sure there's no leaks. And this thing is running like ass right now because it needs to tune so bad. So let's get it prepped, get it ready to bring to Jimmy's tomorrow morning, get it loaded up on the trailer, and good to go. Step one before we go to the dyno is properly routing our Mac valve, AKA our electronic boost controller. There's a few different ways to route it, so ask your tuner what he prefers, because depending on how it's routed, will absolutely make a difference. So call Jimmy up, figured out which way he wanted it, and we're gonna get to work. Since everything is all right next to the turbo, even though I'm using brass and aluminum fittings, I'm gonna heat sleeve everything just to make sure it doesn't melt. Blow this thing up. Car is cleaned up, all the fluids are topped off, everything is tight to my knowledge. Time to get this thing on the trailer and head up to Jimmy's in the morning. Jordy, thanks for picking up Jim's sister. Yeah, I'll see you in like 12 hours, unfortunately.
I'll get on the laptop and blow your car up.
Yeah, don't let me on the laptop. I'll blow that up too. All right, see you guys in the morning. Are you an idiot like me that spends every penny you have on drifting? Well, you're in luck because Tire Streets is having a sale from today, October 24th, until the 29th. You can get 20% off Tire Streets exclusive tires. I know, another promotion, but put some pennies back in the bank, get you the tires that you know you need already, and everybody will be happy. You can use my code right here or the link down below for 20% off and free shipping. Thank you to the best for always supporting me and my crazy adventures. Back to the video. Good morning and welcome back to today's video. This is a video that I've been excited to make for probably over a year because we're going to Jimmy's and we're dyno tuning the JZX. You guys who have been around for a long time know how long this car has been off the road, so I am beyond excited to get this thing tuned, driving well, so we can start beating the shit out of it. We have about an hour drive, so let's hit the road and we'll see you when we get there. Made it to the one and only Oakes garage. They haven't seen the car yet, and I'm not gonna show it to them until it's off the trailer. So let's get this thing unloaded, get a bunch of stuff moved around in Jim's shop. Really wanna get Spoon and Jimmy's reaction on the car because freaking put my heart into this thing, and I think it shows.
Your little purse cam? Is it messing up on you?
Yeah, all right. I want honest Jim opinions. You've built more cars than anybody I know, and JZ's, so I want truthful opinions because put a lot of time into it.
The valve covers are like the best.
Yeah, it came out good, right?
It looks beautiful.
Thank you, man.
I love the new reservoir.
New reservoir, Supra brake fluid reservoir, so it doesn't have the buttons.
The new
JZX 100
Legos.
coolant overflow
Fire.
because I did 100 radiator.
You know what's so funny? Like I used to be all about tucking the coolant overflow, but I think I'm just getting old.
Yeah,
and
same,
I
dude.
Like the OEM look.
Yeah,
like
hell
I have
yeah.
an OEM one in my purple coupe, and everyone's like, "Bro, that looks like shit." I'm like, "Nah, it's
No,
cool."
man, you can see how nice your coolant is.
Yeah. Intercooler piping. Nice work, Grit.
Thank you.
Clear cover cut off right there. Fire.
Yeah.
Is this bracket isn't new, right?
Nope, that's
So
factory.
it's funny because when you're Tour V converting cars,
Yeah.
I swear to God, the hardest part to find is this stupid power.
Really?
Because you could buy the reservoirs new still.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause we
yeah.
shared them for a lot of years, but the Tour V reservoir. is,
Oh, the bracket?
Yeah, because usually the pumps are on the engine for the engine setup. Yeah. So that I had to make a whole custom.
Oh, that's
bracket.
brutal.
I couldn't find it.
That's brutal. Yeah, so 100 radiator, super water pump, 90 coolant overflows are a part of the radiator. So I spent like 4 hours making this bracket for the 100 overflow to make
That's
it like
funny.
look OEM.
And the big old Tursky with the big old blanket on.
It's big.
It's-
I can't wait to see how
You
laggy
killed
this
it.
thing is.
Very impressed.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It means a lot. All right, let's get this piece of shit in the garage and fix all the issues we have with it.
Hi.
This is gonna be us all day. Hi. Hey, can you turn the key on? Hi. We're just getting ready, baby.
Yeah, we gotta set base timing. Cause
I was saying we're getting ready for Japan.
Oh, yeah,
Practicing our
that too,
Japanese, you know.
yep.
So we're setting base timing right now because when Jimmy, the footage you guys didn't see because I lost it, didn't tell you that, Jim.
bullshit.
Swear to God.
That's such an L.
I just posted a 50-minute video today, and it's
driving go-karts.
Jimmy. No, it's the full build of this car.
Oh Jesus.
But the first start isn't in it because I didn't have the clips. So yeah, that's me.
That's fucked.
It's so fucked.
That's the worst.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it. The part you guys didn't see is we kind of were just guessing on base timing. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Like the ECU commands timing. Doesn't mean that's what's actually being commanded. You have to sync the two. So you have to sync what's actually happening and what the ECU thinks is happening.
And we didn't sync anything because I didn't have a timing light. We're gonna sync timing now, and then it should start easier, I hope. I think
Easy
it'll
as.
start easy as, mate.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Oh, dude, we've been speaking Japanese all morning.
We've been saying.
Hi. Update
So there's like a traction control unit in here, and it shares the trigger wire
to the ECU.
to the ECU for some reason, to other things, but it was causing a bunch of noise on the trigger, so you're cranking cam signal. Very important. So this is good.
This is good. Just had to tear apart the interior.
That shit, doggy.
Austin, the starter, was almost on fire before we were trying to start it for so long. Oh, all right.
Look at that, first start! Oh my God, we never heard it run before! It's incredible! First try!
What do you think?
God, this thing is so sick!
It's so sick, isn't it? So happy with
So
it, dude.
excited to hear it like wide open. I want to.
Dude, yeah, I bet. Actually, I'm terrified.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Like, I did everything. I'm so nervous. I fucked something up really bad.
You definitely did. Like, there's no question about it.
What'd you just do to me, Jim?
You want a dose of the dose?
Give me this thing.
Dose.
Yes, dude. That was the first time the gate opened too.
Yes,
It sounds so good, dude.
you need to
Pulling around the dyno, baby. All hands on deck now, right, Brian?
No visible issue over here.
We're still running into crank sync errors on the crank sensor. We have it, we don't have it. We replaced the sensor. You guys just heard the car running before, so just trying to dig in, see what's going on.
G-dang.
G-dang. I'm sure Uncle Jimmy will be able to figure it out. Noise. What was it?
It had to be the grounding bolt for the crank sensor.
So we were getting noise in the crank sensor. It was intermittent, it was working, it was not working. It ended up being the bolt that holds the crank sensor in, we think was just dirty. So we cleaned everything up, the car starts up and runs perfect. We started it like 15 times to make sure it runs. Let's get this goddamn thing on the dyno. With the morning we've had, I didn't think I'd be seeing this today, but here we are.
You want to put it on E. There's a flex sensor in here, isn't
Yes.
there? Okay, so if you want to use the flex sensor, you got to tune it on pump gas. It's the baseline. Right?
Okay, yeah.
And then you basically drain it all out, and you do a second tune on the ethanol, and then you blend the two tunes together via the percentage of the ethanol, right? That's
Okay,
like the overall.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
different ways to do it. You can do by adders and whatever, but generally so that means you have to tune it twice, right?
Alright.
Which is fine. The ethanol tune sometimes goes a little bit quicker, right? Because you
already
get
have kind of...
well, you get through the hiccups and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and then you gotta like kind of get the fuel looking right, and then you can start putting some timing in it, start putting some boost in it, because you know pump gas, there's a limit to it because it starts to detonate. Where
Yeah,
ethanol, we're not
yeah.
gonna detonate, so we can lean on it. There is race benefits to the Sunoco fuel
Yeah.
versus pumpy, but really the benefits of the E is the lack of detonation.
Being able to hammer on...
We don't have
Yeah.
to worry, especially with the JZs, where we get a lot of back pressure and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
promotes detonation and stuff. So, it's one of those things. If you ever plan to like put a couple gallons of pump gas in here and there, then we got to tune it twice. If you
Okay.
plan on being on the same fuel the whole entire time, we could literally just tune it for one fuel, which is fine. So,
Well, it's up to you. You are the expert here. So it has pump in it right now. Has pump 93 in
yeah,
it.
which is nice for like when you first try and start a car. Cars are usually easier to start on pump.
100%. Yeah.
So it's nice to get pumping cars first, just
Yep.
if you, especially if you have any issues.
Like we did.
Yeah, exactly, because then you're trying
Imagine
to
it on like a cold start ethanol when we were dealing what we dealt with. It would be a nightmare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We're here. We could start. doing
Dude,
things.
dude, what time is
The
it?
day just started.
It's 9:30 in the morning.
It's 9:30 in the morning. Dude, I mean, this is like the realest it gets when it comes to dyno sessions. This is what happens.
Yeah,
Because
and to be honest, the last issue that we just worked through was my fault. So just had the fuel pump wiring messed up because I tried to use the factory wiring, didn't work out. But
now we're good. We'll link it to the dyno. I'll start doing some half pulls, right? Just
Yeah.
kind of idea of where the fueling wants to be, and we'll get more and more through the pull. You'll hear me kind of just round,
Okay.
and then we'll do a full baseline pull. We're gonna start on pump gas, get an idea where the tune wants to be.
Yep.
Give me an idea how the feeling's gonna behave, and then we'll just swap it off for E, which is
Okay.
exciting because I really want to do a back-to-back from pump gas to 85R, like untouched.
I'm freaking nervous. I'm so excited, and to be honest, if it wasn't for Jimmy helping me through all these little issues we were having with this car, I would never have figured it out. So get some baseline pulls, finally get to hear this thing under some boost.
When we're in Japan, I'll be like, Grento, I need a tie rod, remember?
So right now he's just playing with, it seems like fueling right off idle. Then he's gonna start working his way into the tune. It's just exciting, freaking exciting. What the? This car is gonna be too much for me. I can already. there. All right, we just spent probably an hour or two, would you say?
Lost track.
Diagnosing. Pretty sure we put 2 bad alternators in the car.
Yeah. Third one seems to be working. It's not working great.
It's not working great.
The third one's like, I mean, we had a bin of old used ones. So.
This is how it goes. Jimmy keeps telling me, it's okay, this is how it goes.
Standard issue here, baby.
What'd you say?
Standard issue. That's what happens.
It happens.
You know what happens? It's because you cared a lot about this car. The
I
more you care about it, the more ghost problems that you have with the car. Ask me how I know. But
Do you see how rambunctious I'm being now, though? I'm just like, so let's just get it going.
Yeah.
Because I can tidy it up later.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want you to be able to do your job and get this thing out of your shop, so it'll make everybody's life a lot easier. I can put the interior back in.
We all just want to hear it making jam. That's
I
all.
know. Okay, all that work was worth it for just to hear that. First pull, baby. How was it, Jim?
Good. It only made 6 psi. What? Did you read the spring list wrong there?
No.
You def put a 7-pound spring in this thing. So it didn't make fuck all for power, as you probably heard.
What'd it make?
260. 270. Add this to the list.
Hey, Johnny.
It was melting.
We found a hole.
We found a big hole.
We were trying to work through some issues with like low RPM load, and we did a boost leak test, and there's a hole in the weld on the turbo elbow. So we scumbag Johnny shits to come over and give us a hand, and I think it's gonna work. So, hi Jim. Good evening, sir.
Konbawa.
Konbawa.
We're just having this weird problem where, for some reason, in this one area at like 2,000 RPM, it requires an insane amount of fueling, and everything checks out. Like any data you can think you can look at, I've sat here and looked at it. You know, fuel map's dirty because we haven't really done much, but you see this trend, right? How it kind of increased.
30, 36,
it increases.
37, 39, 40.
Right here we have insane. If I leave that there, smooth. Here, you'll see. Let's look 3D look. This is a.
Why would that be?
Usually, you know, you'll get that if there's like a weird timing fluctuation.
Yeah.
There's nothing, as far as we can see. I've seen it happen too, where if the map sensor has a leak to it,
yeah.
You know, that's like in that weird transient of like.
Where like it's not super in boost yet, but
Yeah,
it's starting to build
it's like
boost.
right out of vacuum in the boost,
Yeah.
and you know, air will blow by and it makes the map sensor all pissed off.
Weird. Should we explain now or after what's going on?
Haven't found a fix, found a band-aid.
Haven't found a fix, found a band-aid. So,
This will allow us to just hear it, kind of make some jam on pump gas. You can drive around and stuff like that until there's a couple pieces that I want to replace that I think will give us some good results. Can't do it right now. This is not going to cause any issues.
Yep.
It just, as a tuner, pisses me off.
understood. So basically, long story short, trying to work through an issue. Jimmy figured out a way to work through that issue, but it's not a permanent fix. So we're just gonna tune it at about 15 PSI on pump gas today, get some new parts on order, and we'll be able to make the real power. There's no way. Did it make that much power? Close?
Yeah, I take like 15 horsepower off.
Okay, so
Yeah.
4 something.
It's like, it reads very similar to a dyno jet, which is high.
Okay, so
I'd say
on
it's
Jimmy's
making
DynoCom, it made
37.
It
I'd
made
say it's about
437.
I'd say about, it's around 420, 425-ish.
I'm gonna show you guys. So this is a big ass exhaust housing twin scroll G3770, and it's making sauce at 4,000 RPMs. Like it's making good power.
Oh, it's great. Yeah,
So-
it's awesome. Like,
And how much boost was that?
that's at 14 PSI.
Okay, so yeah, so it's 1 bar, 14 PSI. It looked like it picked up some power, that one.
A little bit. I revved it a little bit higher too.
What did you rev it to?
7,400.
Oh, beauty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It likes it.
Let's go drive this damn thing.
Can I do it?
I think you deserve it. Do we need to put the strap sider or no?
Oh, jeez. Oh, that thing fucks. Okay. That's the brakes, Crento. Jesus. Okay, that's faster than I thought. Oh, okay, I know he's enjoying that. I don't even need to see his face. It's so dark. I can't see his face, but I don't need to see his face to know that he loves that. Looks and sounds like it fucks.
Sounds so good.
It looks rowdy.
It runs really good. Do you want to drive it?
Nah, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
It's amazing.
Is it weird? I always find it super weird when you've driven a car so much and then you change it so dramatically, it kind of messes with your
It
head.
doesn't feel like the same car right now. At least like the clutch pedal needs some work. There's some stuff that needs work. It rips, dude.
Yeah, good.
It feels really good.
You're dooming yourself because when we go to episode, you're gonna be like, "Why is my car so slow?"
This thing's a slow piece of shit. What's going on? All right, that's it. We're done. We're going to bed. I'm
How does it feel,
exhausted.
though? Good?
It feels great. I would want you to drive it. All right, we're out of here. It's been a day or two since we dynoed the JZX. You guys saw the whole slew of issues that we went through, but the last few clips, I believe, are a few outside shots of me driving, and to be honest, I want to give you guys more of an experience of the car because I'm so damn excited with how good this car is. Even just on pump gas. We haven't done it on ethanol yet, but I want you guys to enjoy it with me because it's been so dang long since I've actually been able to drive this car. So I'm gonna get a GoPro set up, this camera set up in car, and we're gonna go for a cruise. All right, got the car warmed up, take a nice little cruise and kind of go over everything with you guys. I'm not looking while I'm talking, it's because I'm paying attention to the road, but this car has for those that don't know, this is a JZX 90 Mark II. It comes factory with a 2.5 liter non-VVTi 1JZ, so 2.5 liter straight six, factory twin turbo, but we upgraded it to a Garrett G30 770. That Garrett is mounted on an Artec T4 divided manifold. And truthfully, I think that's why this car spools so fast with how big of an exhaust housing it has. Because the turbo and the manifold work so well together. Did an Oiskaiken twin disc clutch, made it to the factory transmission, full D-Shorts fuel system, Link ECU, PWR intercooler, Phoenix radiator, the list goes on and on and on and on. And I know I've said it a million times, but without those companies' support, this car wouldn't have been done. So I need to praise them as much as I can because all of them have been so good to me and patient with how long it took me to get this car done. But look at us, we got it done. I couldn't ask for much more. It spools so quick, I don't get it. I didn't configure the tach yet, but it's instant, like. It's so good! Here's our time. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yep, that's fast. Oh my God. Second again. All right, well, I could do this all day, but it would just be videos of me flooring it and trying not to get in trouble. So it's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for the support. I told you, we're back. I meant it. See you guys in 2 days. Later!